The best sustain in the game, Miss Huan Huan. Now, I know, it's probably up to debate. Oh, Ling Sha is better. Oh, Adventuring is better. Genuinely, guys, while I do think they're probably a little bit better, honestly, she is still a top tier 0 sustain in my opinion. She gives you energy and she gives you attack. Honestly, the big thing, she gives the full team energy. She removes a bunch of debuffs from you and it's basically impossible to die if you have her built correctly. And the way I'm going to tell you how to build her today, because in today's video, we're going to be going over the best build for Miss Huan Huan, how to play her, how she works, the best build for her, best teams, everything like that. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead now and talk about how she actually works. The basic premise of how Huan Huan works, I mentioned earlier in the video, guys. She heals your team, she removes debuffs, and she is going to be giving energy for the team. These are the three main things that she can actually do. Hopping into what the skill does first, guys, you'll be targeting one ally and then also hitting adjacent allies as well with lesser healing. It's kind of like a blast attack, but on your allies. But on top of this, guys, you're also going to be removing one debuff from that target as well. And this does play hand in hand with what her talent does, guys, because what her talent does is it grants the recipients of her heal a divine protection. And what divine protection is going to be doing, guys, is this is going to be lasting for 2 turns, but basically every single time your ally uses an ultimate move or it's an ally's turn, you'll be restoring their HP. But not only this, guys, whenever you trigger divine protection to heal an ally, you'll be dispelling one debuff from that ally. This ability can be triggered up to 6 times. This means you can remove 6 debuffs from your allies just by popping ultimate moves, just by popping just their turn coming up in general. So this can activate really, really frequently on top of the skill having a debuff removal from just using it itself. So you have a lot of utility and you're in her kit to remove debuffs from your allies, which honestly nowadays the enemies throw so many debuffs at you. This does come in clutch. Now onto the ultimate move, guys, which is honestly I think is probably the most important aspect of her kit all around, guys, because it'll be restoring 20% of all of your allies' max energy except for herself, but it's going to be respective of their own max energy. So say a character had 100 energy cost, you'd be getting 20 energy back. Say you're running a character like Aglia on the team, you're getting 54 energy back, which is more than what Ting Yun can offer with her ultimate move. So that's an absolutely massive amount of energy you're giving back to your allies there, and overall, this just gives the team so much energy. And not only this, guys, you're also increasing everyone's attack by 40% as well, so this does play into the base damage multiplier that you would be wanting to hit, especially with someone like Tribby on the team. This does give you access to more damage there. This also helps those characters to scale more off their attack than any other things like DOT or even Break for that matter can scale off of attack percentage versus damage percentage and crit and stuff like that. But that's the basic breakdown of how Miss Huan Huan works. Let's go ahead now and talk about her best in-slot teams. Now with her being a sustain, guys, you can practically run her on any team you want to run her on. She heals the team, she gives you attack buff, that's great. The 2 characters you really don't necessarily want to use her on is a team with Acheron or a team with Fei Xiao. Why? Because they don't have energy. That's one less person you're giving energy to. So you wouldn't necessarily want to use her there. But Team Shu works great on. Number 1, guys, the team that's kind of fallen off a little bit. DOT, yes. Oh, yes. Dot can work here a lot, guys, because first of all, you're giving them energy to reproc dots and put more dots on the enemies. On top of this, you're giving them attack bonuses, meaning their dots do increase damage. So you do get a lot from running her on a DOT team, but that's not the only team she be ran on. Like I said, she works pretty well on teams outside of Acheron and Fei Xiao. If you were to throw her on a team with Aglia, it works there. If you were to throw her on a team with like a Sunday as well, works great there. Literally any team that works like super in tandem with their ultimate move, she works great there because she is giving them all ultimate charge. Ultimate charge should not be understated. It's a super niche thing that she's able to do. Sunday's also able to do it, and also Ting Yun is able to do it. So only 3 characters in the game are able to do it, and only one of those is free to play, and that's Ting Yun, and only applies to 1 target. She gives energy for the whole team. That's absolutely massive. Honestly, Aglia teams can barely function without Huan Huan on the team because you need the 54 energy there. You need Sunday on a team to give energy as well. Like, you just need a lot of energy options to help Aglia out with getting energy back up, especially if you do not have her E1. So do keep that in mind. But there is another way that you can actually give her energy, and that's where we start talking about her light cones, guys. Because while this might not be her best in slot light cone, but it is a fairly decent one that can also give you extra energy, especially if you really didn't need the extra healing that she would provide, and that's quid pro quo. Because this light cone right here is going to be giving you energy back to a random ally whose energy is lower than 50%. So like I said, Aglia, Sunday can work here too. A lot of these super high energy characters will take massive use of this. Yun Li, despite her being able to basically bank 2 ultimates, has a super high energy pool, so you can actually proc this on her off a lot. Argenti as well has 2 separate ultimates he could use, so this works for him too. Aglia, this works there too. So this is a great light cone to use on her, guys. This gives you basically 16 free energy back per turn. But hopping now into her best in slot light cone, guys, that's going to be her signature light cone, Night of Fright. This light cone here is going to be giving her increased energy regeneration rate, which means you're just getting back to her ultimate move that much quicker. It's also going to be giving you extra healing potential, and on top of this as well, guys, it's giving you extra attack for your allies too, so you really cannot not go wrong with this light cone. I will say, it's not the only option you can use on her. We already mentioned a good free play option. I want to talk about now her best in slot 4-star gacha light cone. That's going to be post-op conversation at S5. The reason why this light cone is so good, guys, is because first of all, it's going to be increasing the wearer's energy regeneration rate by 16% and then increasing their outgoing healing as well for when using the ultimate move. That does not matter. The 16% energy regen you can get from this bitch at S5 is absolutely massive. You want to be able to supercharge her ult and use her ult as much as possible, and this helps you get to that goal that much faster. So hands down, this is the best 4-star light cone you can use on her. Now for the moment you've been waiting for, guys. What are her best in slot relics? Has anything changed in this department since she's been released or since she's been re-released or anything like that? But before we hop into that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now, gamers. Yes, come here real quick. Come here real quick. Guys, we are trying to hit 10,000 subscribers at the end of the year. We are getting closer and closer. We're inching towards that. So if you could hit the subscribe button, it would be absolutely amazing. We're going to do a big giveaway when we hit 10,000 subscribers. That's been my goal being on YouTube, is 10,000 subscribers, like the biggest goal I could ever reach personally in my own personal quest for YouTube, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I never thought I would hit 1,000, but 10,000 would be great. So let me go ahead now and talk about her best 4-piece set, guys, and that's going to be the 4-piece Messenger of the Hackerspace, guys. Now, the reason I recommend this set here is because this, first of all, the 2-piece gives her increased speed, but it's also going to be giving speed to all allies whenever you use an ultimate move. So her ultimate move does target an ally, so you increase everyone's speed as well. So this is a really good option to use there. On top of this, guys, you're able to farm Longevious Disciple here too. So if you were to pull from Mr. Minnington, or really any HP scaling character, like if you had Trivia in your account, it could also help her out too if you didn't have the best set for her yet. The 2-piece of this could increase her max HP, which is really good for her. Also, Mr. Minnington too, this also could work there for him. But overall, this is my favorite 4-piece set. Another set you could run, guys, would be Passerby of the Wandering Cloud. Now, do I recommend going everywhere to farm this? No. The only time I really recommend this is for a very front-load SP team. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean, if you need to use a skill with every single one of your allies the very first turn, this is the only way I can recommend this, because everything else here is kind of copium. Honestly, I don't know, guys. It's just kind of copium. I don't know what to tell you. Outside of this, though, guys, you can run a lot of 2-pieces. Like, you could run a 2-piece Hackerspace, 2-piece Passerby. You could run a 2-piece Hackerspace, 2-piece Ordeal, 2-piece Hackerspace, 2-piece Longevious. Like, a lot of these things will work. You'll be getting increased speed. You'll be getting increased HP. You'll get increased outgoing healing. A lot of these things can be really good for her. But now, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about her best in-slot planner sets. The number one option that I'm going to recommend here, guys, is actually Lusaka. Now, the reason I recommend Lusaka here is because it gives her a 5% energy regen. On top of this too, guys, is also going to be giving you an attack buff on the first person in your party. So this works really well in hyper carry S teams. So you're giving them an increased attack, which is really good, right? So I do recommend this as her first best in slot option. I do like the energy regen it provides. It's a really good set. Penacony can also be ran here too. Penacony offers you extra damage percentage for if you have anyone on the team that is wind damage, right? Which we don't have right now, but we will have soon. So this could be more beneficial down the line, but I don't think it's really as good right now. Broken Keel is yet another good option you could run here. You do eliminate the extra energy regen here, but this does give you additional effect res and crit damage, which will help her out with the different damage multiplier she's able to hit. This could be another option you can run here. You could also try the new set that's been added into the game recently, which is the Giant Tree set. This set right here literally just increases the amount of healing you're doing, so if you're really struggling with healing, this could be another great set to run on her. Guys, there are a lot of different sets you can run here. Fleet of the Ageless can work. It'll be giving you increased attack. That can work there too. Sprightly Von Whack, action advancer to the front for the first turn. That could be really good. Also gives, well, energy regen too. So there's that. So overall, like I said, a lot of different planner sets you can run here, but now let's go ahead and talk about these stats. Starting off with some of those main stats first. On the boots, you're going to be running speed. On the body, you're going to be running outgoing healing or HP percentage. On the rope, you're going to be wanting to run energy regen. And on the orb, you're going to be wanting to run HP percentage. Now hopping into her recommended stats, I'd be recommending speed, HP percentage, effect res, and defense percentage. Really anything that keeps her alive more. Effect res to me is more important than defense percentage, but I would just really focus on that effect res there. And then as far as speed, you want 134 minimum. Energy regen, just get as much as humanly possible, and you want at least over 5,600 HP. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, then please leave a subscribe, please like the video, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. But with that being said, guys, that's all I have to say for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Let me know what you think about Huo Huo. Are you using her? Do you like her a lot? I know she's pretty good, but what about you? Tell me in the comment section down below. Anyways, guys, see you later, bye!